what's going on? Let's go live and talk about whatever you want. Getting my phone hooked up right now. Nobody's in here yet, so let's see here, get my oh, I hope my signal's not bad. What's going on, Fatty 2x4? Hey, Diego, how's it going, man? It's been a while. I'm trying to launch up my phone, my other phone. Doesn't seem to be working. But hey, things are going good. I've been doing a whole bunch of trailer runs, so Pamela, you just got your CDL. Congratulations. Pamela was in Pittston and she just got her CDL. Congratulations. Welcome to Prime. If you're in Springfield and I'm here, hopefully, hit me up. Okay, this phone ain't working. Definitely not working. But yeah, I've just been running these trailers back and forth from Pittston to, not Pittston. I've been running empty trailers around, delivering them and just finding any kind of work I can, like going to driver lineup, getting local loads or whatever I can just to keep busy. I have a student right now, he's going to test tomorrow, so, you know, he tests out tomorrow, so hopefully we get another trifecta, you know, that way we get another CDL driver. I know a lot of people are having problems with the DMVs being closed right now, and that's kind of slowing us down. I think that we've been averaging about 9 to 10 students a week coming in, brand new. And then some of them get sent home because they don't pass their physical or they don't pass their drug test or whatever it is. But some people have been getting sent home, unfortunately. But hey, I'm still out here doing my thing. So this whole situation that the country's been in, hopefully it's ending soon and we get everything moving again. I watched Chad Rich's live a while ago. You know, Chad Rich is a great guy. He taught me a lot about YouTube. And, you know, I appreciate that. And he turned in his truck, I guess, today or maybe a couple days ago. And, you know, he's going to take care of himself from what it sounds like. But he has a new channel. And, you know, subscribe to it. It's, I just subscribed to it. I'm about to back out of here and go to my subscriptions because I just barely subscribed to it. It's going to be Fat and Frustrated. So y'all go check out that channel. I'm sure that he's going to put out some good videos and some good content and all that good stuff. But Chad Rich is a great guy. He was a great friend while he was here at Prime. Hopefully we keep in touch, you know. So, you know, it's a sad day. He came off the road. He said he's going to miss it, but he had to take care of himself. You know, that's great that he's taking care of himself. He's taking off to take care of himself, so. Am I breathing underwater? Oh, I'm breathing underwater pretty good. Does it look like water? It look like a swimming pool in here? I just put on the blue lights. I thought they were kind of cool. Yeah, my light rope. Yeah, it's right there. You can see it right there, I guess. Some of it. It has some different modes, but I thought some of the other modes would be annoying because they change colors and stuff like that. So I didn't want it to look like it was lightning in here or something like that. But yeah, there's no waves in here, I don't think, unless it starts raining or something. But yeah, I'm testing out a student tomorrow. They didn't tell me what time his test was, so I guess I'm coming in first thing in the morning to test him, which is fine with me. I'm used to, like, that's how we used to do things, is we get up early. We get up early, 6:30 a.m., and we go check in, and you know, that's when your test starts. So, you know, I'm used to getting up early anyways, but it would have been nice if I could have got a little bit of extra sleep tonight. That way I wouldn't have to get up very early. I've been getting up at 4 a.m. so here lately, 4 a.m. and doing different stuff. So I haven't really made a video of my student driving in the dark and stuff like that. He's a great guy. He's worked hard to get where he's at. His name's Daniel, so if he wants to do a video with me after his test tomorrow, I'll definitely be interested in doing that. I may be drinking. Hey man, have fun, live it up. As long as you're doing it responsibly and you're not driving. Nobody wants to see you out there on the road drinking and driving. My friend Frankie decided to buy a truck from Prime, so he's now buying a truck from Prime. Two Daniels truck, yeah. Two Daniels, one truck, right? We were actually at the top of the fuel ranking for my fleet this week. My fleet manager sent out the list. My fuel was, my miles per gallon was a 10.4 something. 10.4 something. So, I mean, like, that's pretty good fuel mileage. He's getting good fuel mileage. He's going to be a great student for somebody that's looking for a TNT. When he goes on TNT, he's going to be a great student for TNT. So I wish him all the luck. Like, I wish I had somebody that was doing TNT that I could put him on his truck, that I would know that they would take care of him, you know. But I don't have nobody right now with an empty TNT truck that I know. I'm trying to build a network is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build a network of PSD instructors. That way, if I'm not available to train a student and you're coming here, I can have like one of my friends train you so you get the proper training you need to succeed out there. And then I also would like to build a network of TNT trucks that are trusted, and I can put you on a great TNT truck where it's going to be with somebody that I truly trust and that's going to take care of you. That's my goal, because, you know, as soon as you get off my truck, as soon as you finish PSD on my truck, you're going to go with a TNT trainer. So, you know, it's all good, though. Chris and I are working our last days on the rigs, brother. I'll be along soon. Hey, come out here, Chris. Chris. Come out here, Sean. Oh, man. Like, if Chris could come, that would be great, too. Y'all could run a team truck. Hollis, you remember the Durlers? That's, Nathan Hollis is in here, too, if you remember him, Sean. Hey, what's going on, Captain? I've been watching your videos, man. Your mud flap video. I wish that you would have put some, I wish you would have put, like, some speech into it. It would have been a lot better. Like, hey, we're taking all the bolts off of this mud flap. We're taking the mud flap off. We're turning the mud flap over so we could reuse the same mud flap, and we are going to drill some holes in it and put it back up to keep us rolling. Like, you know, that would have been an awesome video. And you could probably go and go ahead and do that. Yeah, them and their folks. Yeah, Hollis. What's going on, Brown? Where are you working at now, Brown? Did you go back home to Maine? He didn't say anything. He just did it. No, Captain Banana, you should have put the audio in there. You should have just, hey, my trainer right now, he's taking the bolts out. You know, you could have made that whole video how to fix a mud flap on a trailer. It would have been like better, because then people that might not have known how to do their own mud flap, they could have learned how to do their mud flap. Anything to keep the truck running, anything. Like, I've changed out mud flaps before to keep my truck running. I've flipped over mud flaps, re-drilled holes in them, and put them back on to keep running. Like, small stuff like that we can do to get the truck running faster, to be making money. If the truck ain't moving, we ain't making money. Captain Banana, how many miles are you at? Hey, I just told them about your channel, Chad. There you go. If you want to subscribe to Fat and Frustrated right there, hey man, subscribe to that. Like, he's a great guy. Chad Rich, you're an awesome guy. It was an honor to meet you. It was a privilege. Like, I'm really grateful for all the help you gave me with the YouTube and everything. Like, I do really appreciate you, and I wish you the best, and I hope that everything goes good for you from here on. You did a long time trucking, and we appreciate it. It was kind of sad to see that you're leaving. I miss seeing your truck at the terminals and stuff like that. We had fun over there in Pittston. You cracked me up, talking about Santa Claus and messing with all the little kids and stuff. It was great. What's up, Jesus? Jesus is about to upgrade to his own truck. I hope he comes and sees me. Come see me, Jesus. We'll grill some steaks or something. Oh, Chad, man, I'm always in your corner, Chad. If you need anything, you got my phone number, so, hit me up. I'll do what I can to, if I can help you in any way, I will, Chad. You're been a great help to me and a big inspiration in doing YouTube, so. But Jesus, he's over there enjoying his home time, I'm sure. Carlos, yeah, I went back home to Maine. I went back home to Maine to get my old job back. All right, Carlos, I hope everything's going good over there in Maine. I mean, I'm sorry that you didn't get your CDL, but if it wasn't for you, it's not for you. Jesus Takes the Wheel says, I was going to go to Springfield this weekend and wait for my TNT trainer to pick me up there, but I don't know if I should go there or not. Oh, Jesus, if you're on home time, just stay on home time. He'll come pick you up there. Hopefully you got on the list to get your own truck, so you can get your own truck. That would be the best thing, is being on the list. But hey, everyone, Jesus finished his miles. Hopefully he gets up here to Springfield pretty soon. We'll do a video together and talk about his experience with Prime and see how everything went with TNT, from PSD to TNT, because I didn't really get to do a video with him while he was on PSD, because I was really busy with another student at the time. But hey, Jesus learned quick. He got everything. He passed his test before the student that I was with for a while. Oh, you're still after your license. Okay, hey, yeah, Carlos, go pursue it, man. That CDL is a golden ticket, man. Wherever you want to take it, because you can get a job. Pretty much any trucking job out there, like, they require a CDL, and if you have one, then they're more willing to hire you. Like, CDL is a great thing to have. It's a great thing to fall back on. I hope you can find a truck in go ahead and take that test before your permit expires. That would be the best way to do it. Maybe your friend will bring that truck over, let you just test out in it in your DMV there. Oh Jesus, Chad Rich didn't leave trucking, but he turned his truck into Prime, and he's taking care of some things in his life. So his new channel is Fat and Frustrated, if you want to subscribe to it so you can check it out. He's a great guy. Great guy. Carlos says, what friend? Uh-oh. Well, Carlos, you know, it's hard to live with somebody on the truck, and it's even harder to teach your friend. I've had to teach one of my friends, and it was kind of like, he wasn't too bad, but like it's kind of hard telling your friend, like, hey man, I need you to do this, and they're all like, what? You know, they don't understand that you're trying to help them. But yeah, Carlos, you could have jumped trucks, man. I would have did your PSD if y'all weren't working out together. You could have hit me up. I would have finished your PSD part and you know. I don't know the exact situation. I thought you were going home for personal reasons, but you'll have to. You got me on Facebook. Hit me up. You know, you can always take your chances at Prime again and come back to Prime. Reapply it. I don't know how long it would take you to reapply, but I've had students that came to Prime in the past. It didn't work out. They left and then they came back to Prime like years later, and I've ended up with them, and I've finished their training and tested them out. So, you know, you could always do that. Definitely don't give up on it. Definitely don't give up on getting your CDL. Like, I have no regrets ever getting my CDL. Like, I was at what I felt was a career in corrections, and I thought I would do that the rest of my life, and I would retire from there. And I saw nothing better than corrections. Like, there was nothing better to me. Once I got my CDL and I left corrections, I was all like, man, this is a big mistake. And I got my CDL, and I've never lived paycheck to paycheck again. Never lived paycheck to paycheck again. And it's a great feeling not to live paycheck to paycheck. You know, it's really hard whenever you get paid once a month and you're like living paycheck to paycheck and you're barely making ends meet and you're struggling to survive. Then I came out here trucking. I never had a struggle again. Like, I'm living proof that having a CDL is a good thing. And I couldn't be happier I couldn't be happier since I got my CDL. I truly couldn't have been. I mean, money doesn't buy you everything, but having money and not having to struggle to pay bills and not having to wonder where the next paycheck's coming from, I mean, it's great. My friend, whenever he got out here from the state, he was actually my supervisor. He came out here from the state, and he got on my truck, and I did his PSD, and then he went TNT with somebody else. Well, whenever he made his first check, he was all like, dude, I made more than this at the state. He goes, I only brought home like $1,400 this week. And I said, okay, how much were you bringing home at the state? He was all like, about $1,800. I was all like, dude, you know that's 1 week. You don't get paid by the month no more. You get paid 1 week. He was all like, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to see what happens, man. But I felt like I wasn't getting paid. So now he's happy. Jesus takes the wheel, says, but I'm committed to Prime. Yeah, I'm committed to Prime too. Captain, Prime gave me my start. Prime gave me this opportunity, and Prime pretty much told me at the first safety meeting, they said, this company right here, you can do as much as you want. If you want to run a solo truck and you want to be a company driver and make that much money that a company driver does, then do it. If you want to own your own truck, do it. If you want to lease one of our trucks, do that. If you want to run your own fleet within Prime, if you want to buy a whole bunch of trucks and put the Prime drivers in them to run our freight, then do it. You can have a mini freight inside us. There's hey, Wilson's over there right now. Hey, Wilson, how many trucks do you own? Back then, I think Wilson said that they had like, I want to say like 200 trucks or something like that. And I was all like, wow, that guy started with 0 trucks and he's at 200 and he has people in them running and he has his own fleet inside Prime. I said, that's awesome. Let me run as hard as I want and make as much money as I want. I mean, like, it's great. Captain Banana says, hey, Carlos, I highly recommend Twizted as a trainer. Hey, what's going on, Big Houston? Didn't see you in here. Big Houston has his own channel. He puts out some pretty cool videos. Jesus Takes the Wheel says, and the money was no good. And the money was no good? At the state, the money was no good. Live like none else. Yeah, I like doing these lives because it's a good time for people to ask questions like about Prime or anything they want to know about trucking, and like it's more personal than watching my video and just putting it in a comment. So that's kind of why I do these lives, Sean. That way, if anybody has any questions, like if I can answer them, I will. If I can't answer them, then I'm like, hit me up through my email. Captain Banana, try call me. Whatever shift you're running tomorrow, try call me. I haven't heard from you in a long time. I want to talk to you on the phone because I haven't heard from you in a while. So it's good to hear from you. It's good to see you in my live. Actually, it's been a while. But hopefully these DMVs open up soon, because that's holding a lot of people back right now from all the emails I've been getting about DMVs being closed. Like, I can go and open up the DMV. Sean says, do I have to pay for the training? No, Sean, you do not have to pay for the training. When you come to Prime, it's going to be 4 days of orientation. You'll go through 4 days of orientation. They will give you a meal card that pays for all your meals. To get you to orientation, right now, Prime is not sending people on the Greyhound or flying them. They are having people drive up in their own car. You can drive in your own car, or you can get a rental car to come to Prime. Once you get there, you're going to have your 4 days of orientation. They're going to give you a meal card for that first week. Your lunch, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner is paid for on those meal cards. You just go give them the meal card. You have a certain amount you can spend. There's a little cafeteria there. Once you finish orientation, which takes 4 days, you get put with a PSD instructor like me. During that time, every Friday they're gonna load $200 on your Com Data card that you can take out as an interest-free loan. If you take it out, whenever you get hired onto Prime, they're going to take like $25, I think it is, a week out of your check to pay it back. It's going to be an interest-free loan. It'll be on your check. You'll see the balance. You'll see how much they take out. I mean, it's all on there. Once you finish PSD phase, which if you're with me, I try to get you tested out as soon as possible. Usually it takes about 14 days. Unless you're really struggling, then it might take longer. But I average about 14 days. That's 2 weeks. Then you will go on TNT phase. When you get to TNT phase, you got to do 50,000 miles with a TNT trainer. And during the 50,000 miles, you will make $700 a week. Guaranteed. Unless you go home for home time or something like that. Then you're not going to get paid the $700 guaranteed. because you're at home. The $700 guarantee breaks down like this. It's every day you're available for dispatch, you make $100. So if you're on the truck, you're making $100 every day, 7 days a week. There's 7 days a week, $700. And that's the guarantee. If you and your trainer are running a lot of miles, then you can make more than that $700 guarantee. Just realize that this $700 guarantee, they're still going to take taxes out. They're going to take federal income or the federal taxes out, and then if you have state tax, they will take the state tax out of that too. And I think most of the time I made more than the $700 guarantee, so it was great. Been busy, Captain. You've been busy with TNT. Diego's waiting for the DMV. Hey, no hippie, what's going on, brother? Be prepared for a lot of inspections. States are going to be trying to make up the money for loss of the last 2 months. I believe it. No hippie. In Kansas City, every day here lately, they have motorcycle cops up and down the I think it's called US 79. You know how when you're going up to 49, it changes to the US highway? I want to say it's 79. No, it might be 71. But they have motorcycle cops all over that. Do not speed through there because that is not good. Sean says, do they put me in a hotel? They will put you in the hotel during orientation. So you will get a hotel room. It's Prime's Hotel. It's called the Campus Inn. They're going to put you in a hotel room there. And you're going to stay in that hotel room, go to your classes the first week. And I think orientation's been shortened to, I believe, 3 days now. So yeah, they're going to put you in the hotel here. And it's not a bad hotel. I mean, I've seen way better, trust me. I've seen way better. I've seen way worse. So like, it's not a bad hotel, and Prime owns it. So it's called the Campus Inn. It's kind of like I don't know. Derler, you remember Snyder? I don't know if you ever went to in-service at Snyder and stayed in that freaking hotel they had there, but the rooms are nicer than that at that college, those dorm rooms. The hotel's nicer than those dorm rooms. Yeah, and in Pittston, they put you a hotel over there that Prime doesn't own, but Prime has a deal with in Pittston. So you'll be in a hotel room over there too. Once you're placed into a trainer's truck, like a PSD trainer, then you will move on to your trainer's truck. If I have 2 students, then you won't be moving on to my truck. I'll have you just on the pad, and all of our work on the pad, driving around town, doing whatever work I can find to do for us, and we'll be doing a lot of stuff. What's going on, Tony? Tony, I missed your last call. Somebody called and I was on it. I missed your last call today. I forgot to call you back. Yeah, I was talking to Tony the whole way back, pretty much from Kansas City. He called me. We were just chit-chatting for a while. Oh yeah, you do remember the freaking dorm rooms over there? It's nicer than the dorm rooms. Way nicer than the dorm rooms. But yeah, that's pretty much how the training part goes for new hires or new people coming in, people getting their CDLs and stuff like that. That's how it works. So if you're thinking about getting your CDL coming to Prime, that's a little bit about how it works. It's a quick summary of how you're going to get paid, and that you're pretty much taken care of, so you don't really have to worry about nothing. It is a $200 loan, though. A lot of people think that they're going to get paid $200. That's not true. They're going to loan you They're going to give you a $200 like cash advance that you're going to have to pay back, a loan, whatever you want to call it. But the good thing is it's interest free, and if you don't need it, you don't use it. So you won't have to pay it back if you don't use it. So that's the good thing about it. No Hippie, you at home? I saw your video the other day. Looked like you were chilling on the deck, man. Having a good time at home. And no Hippie, I talked to No Hippie on the phone. For y'all that haven't subscribed to his channel, definitely go subscribe to his channel. He puts out some good videos too. He's very blunt and honest, and he's the same way on the phone as he is in his videos. He's very blunt and he's honest. So I like that. But yeah, Prime's a good company. It's a great, what I hear a lot of times is we have a great starter company, and like if it's a starter company, I guess I'm not leaving this starter company. Oh, you gonna fall asleep this early? You must be over there on the East Coast, because it's early to fall asleep. What am I talking about? I'm trying to go to bed every night at like 9 o'clock. Like an old man over here. I'm about to hit this garage light. This little light I have in front of me is dying. I see it wasting away right here. Little light I bought. The little light helps out, but man, whenever it dies, it usually stays charged for a whole life, but I didn't charge it last time. I was just hoping it stayed, which it didn't. So, but yeah, No Hippie, enjoy your home time, brother. I feel like you were just on home time stuck here in Springfield, even though you couldn't go do nothing because of the virus. Diego says, for training, you do have to work a full year for Prime. Yeah, that's something I left out. I'm glad you brought that up, Diego. For Prime, when you get your CDL through Prime, then you will work for Prime for an entire year, or you're going to have to pay back what it costs to get you your CDL for their school here. Their school here costs around $5,000. But if you're planning on staying with trucking, then you just go ahead and stay a year. Think about it this way. That's a year of experience in trucking that you'll have. So, you know, it's experience. This is the way I look at it. I was leaving after my year. I said I'm going to do my year and I'm out of here. I'm going to the oil field. And I ended up staying. Like, I'm still here. The oil field was too up and down, and right now I'm glad I'm not in the oil field, because I've been talking to a lot of people that went to the oil field, and they're all on furloughs, laid off and stuff like that. I'm talking about trucking in the oil field. And what I've always heard is truck drivers in the oil field, they're the last people to get laid off. Well, they're laying them off right now, or furloughing them, whatever you want to call it. So their jobs weren't that safe. No Hippie says, I spent the first 48 hours home in a coma. I was out 2 months. I'm not about that life. No Hippie says 9 months. 9 months contacted for veterans. Oh, okay. You said that you spent the first 48 hours in a coma. Not about that life. Yeah. But yeah, right, Sean, good call. Like, I'm happy that I thought about it for a while, and I said, and my trainer, I told him my plans too. I was like, look, I'm looking at doing this for a year, and then I'm going to the oil field. I'm going to go make some real money in the oil field driving trucks. And he pretty much told me, he said, you know what people always need? I said, what's that? He said, food. We're hauling food. People are always going to eat. And now look, this coronavirus stuff happened, and people need to eat. Like, everybody's been real thankful of the truckers right now, so definitely a good call. Sean, I don't know if you remember Signs from the Smith unit, but I've been talking to him too about him coming out here. You know, he's in the oil field driving trucks, so he might be coming out here to Prime also. John Bristol's out here. Hollis, when he retires, he's probably going to come out here. He said he was, so, you know, I told him I would do his training, so. It's a great company, though. Like, I've never been treated so good by a company in my life. Like Chad Rich showed his ring today. He's all like, look, man, I don't even work for Prime no more, but I'm still wearing my ring. Like, I've never had a job give me a ring, like a nice ring, too, a gold ring with a diamond in it. And they put another diamond in it every year. So, I mean, like, I never had somebody treat me that good. Oh, the contract for Prime is 9 months if you're a veteran, not the normal 12. Yes, and I've had veteran students before that were veterans, and you're absolutely right, No Hippie. If you're a veteran, then the contract is only for 9 months, not 12. So you're right about that. The first veteran student I had, I found out about that. He was telling me about it. I was like, are you sure? But yeah, he made sure he hit up his recruiter, and she emailed him, and yep, 9 months if you're a veteran. So that's good. Prime loves veterans too. Like, every safety meeting, they have all the veterans stand up and they thank them for their service, and that's really cool. I'm not a veteran, like, I'm a civilian, but I do appreciate what the veterans have done for me. Skeletor says, how long is the contract for those who have a CDLA but need retraining? If you have a CDLA and you have not used it in so many years, because maybe you took a job that didn't require a CDL and you just never used it, but you kept it, then you will have to go through the PSD program, because it's been a long time since you drove a truck, and you're going to have the same contract as the PSD students. So I've had CDL holders before that came in here, and I had to do that. Also, I've had CDL holders that went to a school for training, and they were at the school to get their CDL. They came to Prime because they didn't like the company that school hooked them up with, and I've had to teach them before. And the sad thing about it is those guys usually tell me it was real short. So, like, like the CDL school, the problem with the CDL schools is there's not enough one-on-one time with the trainer. They're overburdened with students. Like, they have too many students to teach at once. So, like, you're not getting the proper training, or you're not getting as good of training as you are at Prime. I'm not trying to knock the CDL schools, because I know a lot of people go to them and they get their CDL and they're great. So I'm not trying to knock them, but I'm just saying, like, it's less of a one-on-one. If you're a person that really needs a one-on-one and you're not good at group studying, you're not going to do good at a CDL school. Hey, Kenworth, what's going on, brother? Kenworth says, good evening. Yeah, I'm really not trying to knock the CDL schools. I just think that they're not as great. Big Houston, you started vaping? Hey, I like vaping. I do. I used to, way back when, I smoked a lot of Marlboro Red cigarettes, and I smoked a lot of Black and Milds. I smoked a lot. And I tried out vaping in the past when it first came out, and it had the little bitty cartridges of cigarettes. It looked like a cigarette, and the end lit up red like a cigarette. And yeah, I did not like that stuff. But whenever they came out with these, I tried it out again about last October, I think it was. I tried it out, and you know, I've been vaping ever since. And you know, I haven't really even like wanted a cigarette or anything since I started this. Like ever once in a while you smell that cigarette and you see people smoking and you're like, man, that cigarette sure does smell good, but I don't want to mess with cigarettes again. I didn't like how they smell. Like, I don't like how people smell after they smoke a cigarette, and I don't like the smell of it in like somebody's house. But I've never been one to smoke inside a car or inside my house, so like I never really liked the smell of the cigarettes. I think it's hard to get out. Yeah, it's better than smoking. They say it's just as bad though. We're getting what do they say, popcorn lungs, and it's gonna kill us. But hey, when I was born, I'm growing every time I'm growing, every hour, every minute, I'm growing faster to my death. I was born, we were all born with one job, and that's to die. So sounds kind of messed up, but like, hey, we're born one day and we're gonna die one day. Like, that's the facts. What you do in between is your business though. So where do I sleep in orientation? During orientation, the 3 days of orientation, you sleep at the campus. Once you do PSD, if we went over the road together, then you would be sleeping in top bunk on my truck. So you would be top bunk, and I'm gonna sleep in my bottom bunk. So you'll sleep on the truck, and during TNT, you're running a team truck. While the truck's moving, you're asleep. While you're driving, your trainer's gonna be asleep in the bunk. So you'll just be running a team truck like as fast as you can. Like, not as we're governed at. If you're a company driver, you're governed at 62 miles per hour. If you're a lease, you're governed at 65 miles per hour. So. You know, but I mean, like, we're running, the wheels are turning, we're running. We're trying to get as many miles as we can, as fast as we can. More miles, more money for a company. More revenue for lease. And, you know, if the wheels ain't turning, then you're not getting revenue, so. Yeah, 58 on the pedal, 62 on the cruise, Big Houston. But if I'm driving, I have the cruise on. John says, "What's up, D?" Oh man, I'm making it, brother. I'm making it. Living that good life. Living that good life. I'm at the house right now. About to go to bed because I got to be up at 6. Well, really, I'll be up before 6. I'm probably going to get out of bed at around 5 a.m. I'm very superstitious, so like I have to go do a lot of stuff in the morning before my students test. Like, I'm going to have to, my routine the day of my students test is I get up at 5 a.m., you know, get ready and everything. I'll stop at the Come and Go over here in Ozark. I'll go in there. I'll get me the biggest Red Bull they have. And maybe a pack of donuts or something for breakfast. And then I go up to the terminal, get in my truck, go find one of the 3 trailers that I use for test day. Either one of the 3 that I use on test day, I'm going to go get them. Then I'm going to go make sure everything's working with them. Then I'm going to go check in with my student. And then after check-in, we're going to go wait around for the test and everything. But I'm so superstitious that it started today. Like, it starts today. Today, I switch my shoes to my shoes I always wear for trifecta day so I could bring them home so they would be here ready for me in the morning. I got my jersey out, got my jersey put up. I got my truck washed. I went and parked my truck in the 4 spots. I have 4 certain spots at the terminal that I park in on test day because I am extremely, like, have to park in those spots or it might affect my student's test. I have a certain set of keys that go in the ignition for my student's test. I have the other set that has to be in my pocket during the test. I go in my quiet room, shut the doors so I don't watch the test. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I do. Like, a lot of people are all like, man, that's crazy. That, you know, that's none of that's true. Like, none of that stuff affects the test. But yeah, me, I'm all like, yeah, all of that stuff affects the test. Like, I have to have everything perfect. Does your pay scale gradually rise at prime the more experience you gain? Yeah, I believe that I've seen it, like, certain people, like, after a certain amount of time you get paid more per mile. You get, whenever you build up your vacation time, you build up more vacation time each year and stuff like that. Like, there is good things about being at prime longer. So yeah, they pay a little bit more the more you've been here. Now, I don't have the exact numbers, but I know some of my friends, like, we compared stuff, like some of them that's been here longer, and I met one guy, he had the pay scale, the actual form and everything. So yeah, there is a pay scale for all of that, the years of experience and stuff like that. And I've heard if you have a CDL and you've been working somewhere else for a certain number of years and you come to prime, that they'll honor that and pay you a little bit more for starting. No Hippie says, damn, that's one hell of a routine. Yeah, hey, one time all 4 of my spots were taken. So I found a guy that was parked in one of my spots. I said, hey bro, I will give you $20 if you move out of that spot and park in the one next to it. And the guy was all like, what? I was like, yeah man, I'll give you $20 if you pull out of that spot and park in the one next to it because I really need that spot. So he was all like, sure thing, man. I gave him the 20, he moved, like, that was my spot. Like, I don't want too many people out there knowing my spots because I might have to be paying $20 every test day, like every night before test day. I've also went in there and got the keys to the pad truck that's been parked in my test day spot, so I've even done that. AL says, have you ever traveled outside of your city/state before trucking? AL, I've never left the country of Texas before I started trucking. Hey, what's going on, Hansel? I haven't driven, but I traveled. Would that affect me over the road? No, I meet lots of people that never left their state. I've even had students that never left their city before they became out here trucking. I had one guy, he's all like, man, I never ever drove on the interstate before. I said, have you ever drove on a highway? He goes, yeah. I said, same thing. You know, ask Captain Banana if he's still in here. His Jersey point system, that thing drove me nuts. I was like, dude, just drive the truck safe, man. Forget your Jersey point system. Like, the whole country, that point system you're using from Jersey, that stuff doesn't work out here. I don't even know what you're talking about. Because in Jersey, I drive the same way I drive now. And if your point system was, like, accurate, I'd be in trouble. Backwoods, thank you for answering my questions. I'm seriously interested. Like I've told you before, I appreciate all your knowledge. Hey, no problem, Backwoods. Like, when you're ready to make that jump, man, you know, really look into Prime before you make that jump. You know, I suggest looking at other companies too, but you're gonna find out that Prime pays the best, and My beliefs is you're going to get the best training at Prime. You know, and I'm not saying that just because I work here. I've talked to other trainers from other companies, and I was like, oof. What's going on, Timothy? Oh, man, it's going great. This trucker life, good evening from Hobbs, New Mexico. I've been to Hobbs before. Backwoods says the pre-trip is... Hold on. Backwoods says the pre-trip really that hard? The pre-trip's not that hard if you put in the work and the time to do it. If you're not studying it, it's that hard. Handsome wants to know about the Jersey point system. You're gonna have to talk to Captain Banana. Like, subscribe to his channel, ask him about it. I haven't driven in snow since I was 16. Hey, there's snow out there sometimes. I've seen snow in June, so this trucker life. Oh, he's talking to Backwoods. He says, good evening. Ayo, Prime is the best. This trucker life says, never had a trainer. Backwoods says, good evening. This trucker life pre-trip is all memory. Yes, it's a lot of memory. It's a lot of memory, and it's actually checking those parts and make sure it's safe. Like, you shouldn't ever drive a truck that you're not, like, you found something wrong with it. Like, that's pre-trip. You're checking the truck and make sure it's safe to drive. It's on you if something's wrong with it and you didn't do a pre-trip. It's on you because they can tell how long it's been broke. But the hardest part of my job is pre-trip, getting somebody to learn that stuff. I've found out that no matter what I did with this one student, he could not learn his pre-trip. I had him stand at the truck for hours and hours and hours. I'd go over there, check him out. He was over there on his phone. Like, no matter what I did with this guy, I could stand side by side with him and have him do it and do it and do it and do it. And his head wasn't in it. His heart wasn't in it. He didn't want this bad, so he didn't learn his pre-trip. Prime sent him home. We don't give out free CDLs over here at Prime. You're going to work for it. I understand Prime is one of the best, if not the best to start out. Yeah, everybody says Prime's the best to start out. And if you watch some of these people that leave Prime, like Chad Rich said it too. He loves Prime and he was happy with Prime and they treated him the best. Backwoods, so okay, it's just like everything else. Once you catch on to everything in trucking, it becomes easier. Backwoods, if you start with the engine compartment and you can learn that engine compartment like the back of your hand, it's going to make the driver's side fuel area easier. Once you learn the driver's side fuel area, you shouldn't even have nothing to learn on the trailer except for a bulkhead, landing gear, and the tandem release, the tandem frame and tandem release handle. That's all you should have to learn, because the rest of it you learned in the engine compartment and the driver's side fuel area. So it's not hard to learn. It's just how much is your heart into this. You have to have your heart into this. That's where it's hard. Yeah, it sounded like he didn't want to be a driver. Yeah, he did. I don't think he did. He had his head wrapped up into much other stuff. My other student I tested out like 3 students while I had him. He was at Prime for 5 months. Still did not know his pre-trip. Timothy says, I'm back out on going to Prime. Do you think they will forget by next April? Back out on going to Prime. Do you think they will forget by next April? Oh, Timothy, I don't know. They probably don't even, like, if you backed out, they probably don't care about that as long as they'll give you another opportunity, I'm sure. Ayo, you think loads will start picking up? Ayo, from what I've heard, loads are picking back up. I looked at Craft today and I was all like, oh, Craft's back open. So, like, I'm pretty sure that everything's picked back up. I haven't heard really anyone complaining too much about loads being down right now. So, I'm pretty sure that it's picking back up. Backwood says, I'm more worried about the maps and the GPS and getting lost or going down the road that I'm not allowed to. How are you avoiding all this? Just common sense. Hey, read your signs and do your trip planning. Like, get your atlas out, get your phone out, map it all out. Do a macro 19, which is directions to the location you're going, and follow the route. You know, reading signs is the best thing out there. Like, you're going to see a sign before you get to a low bridge. You're going to see a no truck sign or something before you see a road that trucks aren't supposed to be on. Yeah, right, AO. Timothy just reapplied. Backwards says, okay, cool. Pretty confident to learn anything I have to become successful. I'm not messing around at all. Exactly, Backwoods. Like, keep going, man. Good GPS for trucks. The road signs are clear enough. Yeah, it's not that difficult to navigate. The road signs, you're going to see the signs. They're going to say either no trucks, this is not a truck route, trucks need to turn left here, something like that. Don't let your GPS drive your truck, though. Like, if the GPS says take exit for I-49 on the left, don't get into the left lane. Look at the signs, because I've had the exit on the other side. You know, don't let the GPS drive the truck. It's a good tool. That's what it is a tool. It's not going to drive your truck. Don't just follow the GPS. I've seen people hit bridges and all kinds of stuff because they say, my GPS told me to go that way. That's not good. Hanson said, I haven't noticed loads being slowed through 3,100 miles last week. Hey, that's a pretty good week, 3,100. Pretty good week. For a solo truck, I'm hoping you're solo. Backwood says, I love your real videos at this trucker's life. Oh, you like trucker's life's video, real life videos. I'm gonna have to check him out. I might have checked his channel out. I might be subscribed to it, but I'll check it out again. I was supposed to go to up there, backed out last minute. It happens. People get cold feet or stuff comes up. They understand that. So yeah, reapply. As a heavy haul, I deal with permits, escorts daily, and navigation is harder than normal trucking. Oh man, heavy haul, hat off to you, bro. Like, heavy haul, you guys do it, man, and y'all do have to know a lot. They also put faulty GPS on the trucks. Yeah, some people blame the GPS for their failure. Like, I've seen trucks hit low bridges and they took the pictures of it to send to safety, and the sign was right there. Like, there was like 3 signs, and that truck still went through those signs and hit that bridge and said it wasn't his fault. And then, like, there's no reason for it. There's signs there. It was not see the signs. But they think that they're going to keep their job too, because they're all like, the GPS told me to go that way, and it's Prime's GPS. Nah, man. Read your signs. They're not going to keep you here if you can't even read your signs. If you hit a low bridge because you weren't reading the signs, like, come on. Let's be real. Like, if it was my company and you were driving for me and you did it, you're gone. Bye. Like, you hit a low bridge and it was posted that good, you're gone. Oh, you whine and cry a lot? I like it. Hey, man, I'll check it out. Backwoods. Okay, sounds good. I'm pretty good at navigation. I'm driving for FedEx, doing home deliveries in a 10K box truck. Ah, box truck. Mortal enemy, box trucks. Box trucks are horrible. They're horrible. Hey, but it's all good, you know. I've trained a lot of box truck drivers before. They're actually pretty good students. But I do give them a lot of heck about that box truck. I'm all like, you're my mortal enemy. Oh, permit book 4 inches thick. Woo. My permit book, like, the pages in it are only like, I don't know, real thin. Like, I couldn't imagine your permit book. Yeah, the Atlas helps out too, but the Atlas expires every year. Just so you know, don't be using the Atlas from like 6 years ago. It's not going to be good. Timothy says, I live in Las Vegas. Sometimes you have tour route. John says, spoke to Richard in Pittston day after, told him I was sorry, I backed out. Okay, Richard's a good guy. He's a good guy. I like Richard. But, you know, it happens. Some people just have stuff coming up and they have to back out, you know. Come back whenever things are taken care of. You need to... And like I tell people, you need a good support system at home to come out here. Like, my friend's student quit the other day, and I told him I was at the pad with him. Like, I was helping my friend out, helping him teach his student. And I even told the guy, I said, hey, man, you got to have a good support system at home. You're talking like, you know, you don't have a good support system. He didn't have a good support system. So as soon as they got close to this house, like, a week later, they got close to his house. His wife called him, I'm coming to pick you up. You're going to go work at Pepsi. I'm tired of you being away. You're going to come home. And he was all like, well, I guess I'm going to go home. You know, so he didn't have a good support system. Like, he was excellent backing, real nice guy. I think he would have did good out here. I think he would have did great, but he didn't have the support system. So also make sure your family like understands what you're doing and why you're doing it. You're doing it for your family. Let them know. Mortal enemy. LOL, I'm a good driver, I swear. No, I'm not saying box trucks are bad drivers. I'm saying whenever you're at a dock that's first come, first serve, the box trucks in California are still in your dock, like real quick. You know, you got to get your buddy truck drivers. Y'all got to band together and block those box trucks. Hey, stop box truck. That guy was here first. He's going in. Then this guy's going in. And you got to watch out for your brother truck drivers out there because those box trucks are vicious. So we're all out there blocking the dock, standing in front of them. No, you ain't coming through here. That truck's backing in here. You know, those box trucks are vicious because they can get in there faster than us. That's the thing about box trucks, man. They're vicious. Everybody's in a hurry. Everybody wants to get loaded or unloaded quicker. So like first come, first serve places are good if you're the first one there. But if there's a bunch of people there and y'all are trying to get in the docks, then it's pretty much dog eat dog out there, unless you and the other truckers band together and try to do things fair. Hey, I was here first. You were here next. You were here next. That guy was here next. You know, you gotta look out for each other. Trucker's Life says, I remember what my grandfather said. No one can teach you, can only learn. Oh, no one can teach you, you can only learn. Yeah, and that's right. You know, you have to, when you come out here to Prime, whoever's looking at Prime to come out here, make sure you come out here and just listen to your trainer and soak it all up. Like, you know, all the time I have people that like just will not listen, and like I have to really get through to them. Sometimes I'm all like, okay, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to stand right here and I'm going to wait till you're done. And I'm not even going to listen to you, but I'm going to wait till you're done talking, and then I'll train you again. But until you're done, then I'm just going to stand here. Sometimes they'll look at me all crazy and they'll be mad, but as soon as they're ready to listen again, they'll be like, all right, I'm ready to listen now. I'll start talking. If they start talking again, I'm like, nope, stand here even longer. I'm not gonna talk over you. Don't want to hear all the excuses. Just when you're done and you're ready to learn, let me know. I'll be here for you. But until you're ready to learn and you're ready to listen, then I can't do nothing with you. So you got to come with like open ears here. Like you got to listen. You got to take it all in. Like we are teaching you. Can't do it by yourself or you wouldn't be at Prime or you wouldn't be getting help getting the CDL. Go flatbed, no box trucks. Yeah, if I was flatbed, I wouldn't have to deal with any box trucks. Backwood says, I'm interested in flatbed, but I heard you don't get paid much more unless you have tons of experience and you do heavy hauls. So I might go with dry van or reefer. I haven't decided yet. They like to pay. I'm speaking of Prime right now because I don't know other companies. But Prime, flatbed, reefer, tanker, it doesn't matter. They're all going to pay the same. Because it would not make, if you told me tomorrow that tanker got a raise and they're going to be the highest paid fleet and that they were going to make an average of like $200 more than the reefer guys a week, I'm going to go to the tanker side. Like, you're not going to have no reefer drivers. So, I mean, it's look at it as a business point. If you paid tanker more than any other fleet, would you have anybody running your flatbed or your reefers? No. It would all be going tanker. So, at Prime, they all pay the same. But if you're talking about after you get your CDL and stuff like that, from what I hear, if you want to make the most money, it's hauling the explosives is what I hear. And I don't want no part of anything that might go boom. Because I might be driving it and it might go boom. I don't want to go boom. Oh, that was a question for Trucker Life. My bad. I didn't read the second line, the second comment. John says, D, thanks for the advice. Yeah, anytime. That's the best time for me to answer questions is during these lives. That's the main reason I do these lives. And also, I haven't put out a video in probably like 4 or 5 days, maybe even longer than that. So it was time to get on here and do something. Let's see I'm just curious what Trucker Life said. He said, no at Backwood. Go to Melton Truck Lines, good company. You will get experience, which is more valuable, and a decent pay, 50 cents per mile to start. 50 cents per mile, that's like, I'm making 47 cents right now, so 50 cents per mile is more. If you jump into somebody, like say you meet somebody, the guy that has the alien truck, we'll say him. He has a truck out there, he puts people in his trucks, they drive his trucks, he pays them 50 cents per mile, and you get all the Prime's benefits. Like, that's a good deal for a company driver. You'll be a company running his truck. You'll be getting 50 cents per mile working for him. But, you know, hey, that's more than a company driver starts out as. So that's a pretty good start out here. John says, Richard, explain to me because I have my Class A PSD would have been like 7 days. That's right, John. That is exactly right. If you have your Class A's, your PSD part, if you have your Class A CDL, your PSD would be about 7 days. You know, anywhere from like, I would say 7 to 10 days. They were having us, you know, do 10 days. They wanted 10 days with every CDL holder, but, you know, it's a little bit overkill because like I can get a CDL guy ready to test out in like 2 days. Like, you want me to work with a guy for like 10 days? That's kind of overkill. And then I've had CDL holders. I've had CDL holders that really needed more than 7 days. So, you know, my thing is I'm gonna keep you out there until you're ready. Like, I'm not gonna test anyone before like we get them ready. Like, not too long ago, I had a student for a whole month, and you know, that was more than 14 days, but he was not ready. He was not ready to test out within 14 days. So I did what I needed to do and kept him longer. You know, it happens. I'm all about the quality of the student. Like, I don't want to put out any bad quality student. So like, I try to make sure the quality of the student's the best I can. This trucker life. Started van at 32 cents per mile, then Melton flatbed. Now heavy haul on salary. On salary, oh, pretty good. I haven't been on salary in a while, but I used to like being on salary. Backwood, it says, it's all good, Twizted. I value your knowledge. Looked at Melton and recommended to go there by a nice vision, which started there, then went to P and S, making even more. So far, he says he enjoys it. Hey, take your CDL wherever you're happy. You know, that's what I say. If you're not happy somewhere, take that CDL with you, man. That CDL is your golden ticket, if you want to call it. Then CDL, you can go make yourself happy with your CDL, whether it's local, over the road, or whatever. There's a lot of stuff you can pull with the CDL. Been doing the research for a year at least. Definitely. John says, have a great evening, great talking with you. All right, later, John. I guess you're leaving. Hey, rail car, what's going on? Trucker Life says, just set Monday 2:30 p.m. till 1 p.m. today, so salary benefits. Yeah, right? Man, I'd be playing video games all the time. If I was on salary, oh, we don't have your load yet? Oh, turn the Xbox back on. I'm playing Call of Duty. Call them later on, like 4 hours later, 5 hours later. Hey, what's going on? Oh, we ain't gonna have a load for you till tomorrow. Hey, that's cool with me. I'm on salary. Back to my video games. Yeah, that's what I would be doing. Oh, you're in Flagstaff, Arizona. Busy cooking with my new pasta machine. Hey, that sounds like fun. I like cooking on my truck. Whenever I'm over the road, like, I like cooking in my truck. Like, I'll make fajitas, or like I'll make tacos, or I'll make like some, like, even hamburger helper. I make hamburger helper in my truck, like that Instapot, the pressure cooker, man. That thing's beast. That thing's great. And a skillet. Skillets work great too. I love skillets. Sounds great, like a great plan. Twizted video games. Yeah, I've been trying to beat God of War forever now on the PlayStation 4 downstairs. Like, I won't put the PlayStation 4 in my truck. Like, it's not, like, I'm not putting PlayStation 4 in my truck, but yeah, I play the Xbox. I play some COD and stuff in the truck, but I've been trying to beat God of War, and every time I play it, I only can play it for like 2 hours, and then, like, I gotta go to bed or something, so I need to beat that game. Trucker Life says, fresh pizza in a Peterbilt is a nice dinner. Instapot is my number one too. Yeah, Instapot. I have people tell me that they want to put a crock pot on the truck. I'm all like, man, you need to get the Instapot. You can do way more in the Instapot. You want to steam vegetables? Instapot. You want to make anything you make in the crock pot? Instapot. You want to make taco meat? Instapot. You can make your fajitas in the dang Instapot. And like everything you pretty much, dude, I seen a recipe in a recipe book for a chocolate cake in an Instapot. Look at me, like, you think I'm gonna pass up chocolate cake? I haven't tried it yet. I really want to make a chocolate cake in an Instapot. I'm down. Like, I want to eat some chocolate cake out of an Instapot. Stew, ribs, oh man, rice, lasagna, soup. Never tried a lasagna. I make some mean Instapot chicken fried rice, like Chinese chicken fried rice in an Instapot. Man, it's good. Like, I haven't ever had one student complain about it. Usually my students, whenever I used to cook in my truck a lot and I was always over the road a lot more, my students would always complain about how spicy my food was. So, you know, that's one thing. They're all like, man, it's too spicy. I'm all like, dude, it's not spicy. But I'm from Texas, so like, you come over here into Missouri and you find out why people can't handle spicy food. That's because these people don't know what spicy food is. Like, whenever you have hot sauce that somebody's pouring sugar into hot sauce, you're like, what is going on? Let's get, oh, Keith with the name change. What's going on, Keith? Let's get Twizted, LOL. See what I did there? Man, you need to give me a call tomorrow on one of your Kansas runs. Tomorrow I'm testing somebody, Keith. I'll be up like 6 in the morning. I'll be up from 6 in the morning to tomorrow night. So just give me a call tomorrow sometime, Keith. If I'm not busy, I'll answer it. If I'm busy, then I'm not going to be able to answer it. I sent you a text message, Keith. I hope you got it. It was a video that I thought you would like. I hope you got it. You should definitely check out that YouTube video I sent you. But hey guys, thanks for everyone watching. If you liked the live, give me a thumbs up. You know, if you're watching this on the replay, put some comments in there. Let me answer your questions that you might have. But I'm going to get out of here. I need to get to bed. I'm testing somebody in the morning, so, you know, I'll see y'all around. Yeah, you saw it. All right, good night, everybody.